In the brand new Grow Garden update, there will be an admin pet. Not only will this admin pet be free, but it will literally make you rich. Not only is there one admin pet, but there is multiple pets that you guys can get for free once this admin abuse happens, including new free pets. And I have the insider information, and I'm going to be letting you guys know everything throughout this video. So of course, stay tuned and make sure not to skip it all so you don't miss a single thing. Either way, let's get right into it. And if you guys want to be part of the OG 200K, hit that sub button. Let's go. First things first, I do want you guys to realize that admin abuse is in less than 14 hours. By the time you're watching this video, probably less than 13 hours. And Jandel himself did release a bunch of announcements. If you guys aren't in the Grow a Garden Discord server, you haven't seen this, but a lot of you guys are. So this is, I would say, the surface level stuff. You guys, if you're watching this video and you're in the Grow a Garden Discord server, should probably already have this info. But as we get through the video, it is going to get more and more insane because, I mean, you could just see Jandel was typing a ton, talking a lot of crap to Sammy. Some of it could be real, some of it could be not. But here's the main thing. At 12 in the morning, Jandel said this, at everyone, tagging every single person in the server and saying one of the rewards from this week's admin abuse, showing this little golden lion thing. The fact that he said this is one and he put this all in capitals should already tell you that there is going to be a ton more rewards that, once again, you're going to see throughout this video. But first, we can talk about what this could be. First things first, you guys, if you know what animals look like, you should probably know that this is a lion. If you didn't know what lions do, they are, first of all, predators, very, very vicious creatures. I wouldn't say vicious, but very powerful and very strong creatures that live in the desert. To just get a couple of hints on what this lion pet could actually do, here are some of the things that lions do in real life and how they could translate to the Grow a Garden game. First things first is cooperative hunting. Lionesses, which is woman lions, hunt in groups using their speed to ambush and encircle prey. What this could mean for Grow a Garden is that your lion pet could actually help all your other pets do their job. So one thing that it could be is faster cooldown times, but I think they would change it up, and instead of just doing, oh, every 10 seconds it takes 5 minutes off one random pet, it could be at not even seconds base, but every pet just has 10% to 20% faster cooldown time. That, in my opinion, would be super overpowered, especially if you have like an army of raccoons. But here's the next thing. Resting periods. Lions are naturally lethargic, and if you don't know what that means, it means they spend a lot of time resting or sleeping. And currently there is already a pet in the game like this. I'm talking about the cat. Yes, the cat and the lion are technically in the same, not family, but extended family, basically meaning it could be something like the moon cat. Do I have one on hand that I could show you guys right now? I don't. But the mooncat is a pet that came out in the Twilight update, and you can see every 70 seconds it naps for 20 seconds. New fruit within 20 studs will be 1.5 times larger, and there will be a 6% chance that night type fruits stay after harvest. Could this be similar to the lion? Yes, 100%. Probably not anything to do with the night type fruits or any type of fruit staying after harvest, but definitely napping for 20 seconds and new fruit within 20 studs can be better. Keep in mind, the mooncat is obviously one of the most overpowered methods right now. So if the lion is better than the mooncat, that would just make a whole new wave of methods, right? Instead of the mooncat method, it would be the lion method. Either way, the lion was kind of a surface level leak, but what happened next was definitely a very big dig to Sammy himself. Let's go back to the Discord if I can freaking find it. Okay, so after Jandel sent that lion, he said this at everyone. So let's recap, Scammy instead of Sammy. Your clapback is that I didn't make my game? Yeah, I never pretended to. And the original creator still works on Grow a Garden and has a bigger percentage of ownership than me. If you guys don't know what this is referring to, it's referring to the owner, the original owner of Grow a Garden. I think his name was a dev named David, and basically he actually got the game bought from him by Jandel, which is completely normal thing. I mean, that's fine. Like, Jandel can buy a game if he wants, and obviously it was definitely a good decision for Jandel. But I guess Sammy is saying that since Jandel didn't make his game, it's trash, da 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 da. But it still doesn't change the fact that Steal a Brainrot's game was actually stolen, which will lead us to our next hint for something that could be a very, very cool admin award that we could see in this next update. Where was it? Okay, this was on his TikTok. One moment. If you go on Jandel's TikTok right now, you will see this. It's a picture of Sammy, right? But instead of him being Sammy, he is in a prison costume, and it says this: steal a character was stolen. Now, this can give us a very big hint, because if Jandel actually wants us to, you know, really, really hate Steal a Brainrot, which I will say 100,000,000,000% it is all just for the bit. Or if you don't know what the bit means, I'm basically just meaning they're kind of hyping it up. But I still will say, if Jandel really wants to hype it up even more, what he could do, and maybe will do, is put this in the actual game. And it could be either a cosmetic that just looks exactly like this, or the other thing that it could be besides a cosmetic is another pet. And if there was a scammy Sammy pet that is in a prisoner costume, it could somehow do something to do with stealing. And if that could be a raccoon, guys, if that could be something even somewhat similar to a raccoon, that would be absolutely overpowered. So if this comes into the game, that would be absolutely crazy. It's one thing that I am seeing. I mean, obviously Jandel, you know, we technically never know what he could do, but this could be a big thing, especially since he has been going crazy over the Steal a Brainrot stuff, and I'll show you guys more right now. The next thing he says is, let's see how you got your game. Your team buys Steal a character, then remakes and clones the game so that the original owner doesn't have a percentage, which is actually messed up. That's completely messed up, because basically what Jandel is saying, or accusing Sammy of, is saying that he bought the creator's game, right? The original guy who made Steal a Character, which was the original Steal a Brainrot. And then when Sammy actually bought it, he kind of just completely took it. He didn't even give a percentage to the original owner, basically meaning, even though Steal a Brainrot is the biggest game in the world right now, making millions and millions of dollars a month right now, since the game was bought outright and he doesn't have a single percentage of the game, you know what the original owner is seeing? Zero. No money in his bank account besides the original money that they spent on the game, which I'll be honest is nowhere near, like, you just know for a fact, because obviously Steal a Character, when it first came out, was nowhere near as successful as Steal a Brainrot is right now. So the truth is that the original owner definitely isn't seeing much money if what Jandel says is true. But yeah, once again, this just kind of plays into the stealing stuff that we saw with this thing right here. So that just plays into that same thing. Anyways, let's keep reading. After this, he said, I'd rather not have made Grow a Garden than copied it and remade it without the OG creator, because that's not fair. In my opinion, I also think that's not fair, but it's also business, okay? If you buy a business or you buy a Roblox game, you own that game, okay? Sammy and his team made a very smart decision. That's just 100% the truth. Anyways, someone else said, also, does anyone think it's cringe to be into brain rot? The meme is dead and it seems like really cringe. Let's see your response to this, ... Let's see your response to this. Obviously, I will say the player base of Steal a Brainrot is more of the really, really young kind, which is, that's completely fine. Of course, Roblox is a bunch of young kids who play this game, but I will say I have seen my fair share of videos of kids bawling, literally crying tears and tears out of their eyes because they get their brain rot stolen. And let's be honest, guys, it's just a game. But yes, okay, I get it. They are very important to you. I mean, dude, if I had a very expensive plant in Grow a Garden and someone stole it from me, obviously I'd be upset, but some of you guys do need to go outside and touch grass. No offense, but you know, it's out there. Go ahead and touch some. Either way, what this kind of tells us about the update is we could possibly see something once again hating on a Grow Garden, but you know, we've been talking about this pet specifically for a million freaking hours, or this cosmetic. Another thing that it could be instead of that is, instead of a cosmetic, it could actually be a plant. What this plant could be, maybe something like this, or the plant could possibly just be something Grow Garden related, somehow hating on Steal a Brain Rot. That's kind of what I'm seeing so far. But one thing that we definitely could see, I know we do have the beanstalk, and I mean, technically these are green beans. Okay, I would definitely call them green beans, but we would probably be seeing at least a green bean cosmetic, if not a green bean cosmetic, at least a green bean plant. Okay, we've got to see a green bean plant. It doesn't have to hate on Steal a Brain Rot, but so far that is what it's looking like. Let's continue going through these messages. The next thing he says, and he says this about an hour later, is Sammy is unreal. These are the real facts that the Steal a Character owners sent Sammy a lawsuit for stealing their idea, and I will die on that hill. Basically what he's saying is that the Steal a Character owners sent Sammy a lawsuit, which basically means they were suing Sammy for stealing their game, or just giving them like a really unfair deal or something like that. And Jandel says, I will die on that hill, basically saying that's 100% true. And yeah, if it's not, me. Anyways, next he says they make a statement now defending him. Sounds like he paid them for what they deserve finally, after publicly getting called out, which honestly is a good thing, right? If they paid them like, you know, a couple milli dollars, I'd be happy as a Steal a Brain Rot owner, especially more happy than if I were to get nothing. Nextly, what they also could have done is just settle out of court. And if you don't know what settling out of court means, it basically means instead of having to go through the whole lawsuit process, what you guys can do is settle it out of court, right? If you say, okay, as the Steal a Brain Rot owner, not the Steal a Character owner, okay, Sammy, you know what? I will never talk about this again. I will even defend you if you just give me this amount of money. And maybe Sammy has a counterpoint to that. Either way, if that happens, there will be no court case. It can't happen anymore. And, you know, it's basically settled. Either way, that is kind of why he's saying that basically the Steal a Character owners are now defending him. Sounds like they definitely did settle out of court, especially if instead of defending them at first, they were literally threatening to sue them. Anyways, next he said, do you know what else is crazy? Sammy released his character in the game, but because of the lawsuit, the owners of Steal a Character made him remove his character because their settlement was that Sammy could only add brain rots to his game. But they finally, now that he finally has paid them what they deserve, he gets his character back. Oh, okay, that's actually very interesting. I guess he's saying that basically he couldn't put any characters that weren't Italian brain rots into the game, but now they can. Anyways, next he says, good work for doing the right thing, Sammy, after I called you out publicly, but it shows you who you really are. They tried to do the same thing to Grow Garden when I first started working on the game. They remade the game behind me and the original owners back, and it was only because I said how wrong it was they took down their copy game. Wow. Okay. So yeah, that's a lot. Obviously, they are also fighting on Twitter at the same time. What I will say, this is just a lot of beef. It kind of ends with this right here. You know, Sammy was saying he was lying, yada, yada, yada. It ends with this. No more Twitter beef. We settled this like real men. Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Guys, do you want me to go live? This is completely a side note, but I do think I am going to go live for this update. So I'll probably be up at like 7:30, which will be 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 Central Standard Time, and get you guys that live ready on my main channel, not on this channel, but on the actual Ayze channel. Just literally search up Ayze. The username is Ayze Plays. That's what I will be live on. You guys will probably see it. Anyways, yeah, a lot of that was to kind of just recap what's going on with this whole admin war. It definitely does seem like they are having kind of a real beef. It definitely seems real. I don't know if it actually is. Oh, the Spinosaurus did something. Either way, what I will say, this kind of just once again leads me to think that something like this could be added to the game. Next, I want to go over some private stuff that I'm only going to show you guys one picture of. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, that's literally all you guys get. You can go back if you want to see it again. But that is a new pet that will be added in the next update. Guys, I'm still banned from the tester server. And I don't know. I don't know when. I don't know if I'll get it back. Honestly, at this point, it's looking like I'm just going to have to do what I used to do before I got the creator role and wake up early as heck, do my live stream. After my live stream, do my video. And yeah, be late, right? Because everyone's going to post their video literally a couple minutes after the update starts. I'm going to post mine probably 10-15 minutes after the update starts, which obviously isn't ideal, but it is what it is because I still don't have access to the tester server. Hopefully you guys will still enjoy that. Either way, that right there was the Griffin, is what people are calling it, and basically it's going to be a new pet in this brand new update. Will it be in the admin abuse? Possibly. Will it be in the game? 100%. I've seen it in a couple of these game pictures. What I will say, if that's not in the admin abuse, it will 100% be in the game, no matter what. Either way, let's talk about some other things that could be added to the game as well. One of those being the Elder Green Bean, or just a green bean pet in general. Guys, this one might not be as good, right? I know for a fact one good pet should be coming to this update, specifically because Jandal has been talking so much crap that if this isn't the best admin abuse ever and actually gives us good pets, good plants, and all that, everyone will be very disappointed. And one pet that I have seen and a bunch of other people have seen in a bunch of thumbnails is this guy, the Elder Green Bean. But instead of Green Bean being an Elder Green Bean, he's actually going to be a pet, or so it seems. Yeah, some people think he could be a pet, or at least the Green Bean could be a pet or a cosmetic. All I know is right now, okay, this is the last thing I'm going to tell you guys because I've said it a billion times before, but right now, go to Grow Garden, check when the update is, join my live like 2 hours before the update starts, and yeah, come join the admin abuse with me. This is going to be an absolutely insane update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, go ahead and subscribe. See you guys next one. Peace out. Goodbye.